Yes, we are back. Back again in Train Sim World 5, back again on the Frankfurt S-Bahn route. By this time, we're going to take a train from Frankfurt to Frankfurt. Yeah, it's going to be a little journey, but, you know, I'm sure I'll make some sort of mistake along the way. Let's find out, shall we? Grab that guidebook to me making mistakes, and let's go. So hi there, Steve here, and yes, welcome back to Train Sim World 5. If you're new to my content, or even if you're not, then welcome indeed. This video going out on a Wednesday, because that's the day of the week where it's going out. There's other content on other days, otherwise everything would go out on a Wednesday, and that'd just be ridiculous. There's links in the doobly-doo below to where you can get this route for Train Sim World. There'll be a link down there to the Twitch page where you can watch me live on Twitch doing trains and all sorts of things. Trains on a Tuesday, because Train's Tuesday. And a link down there to the Discord server as well. So yes, Frankfurt S-Bahn, let's get the train set up because, well, I haven't done that. We'll unlock the doors. It is only a little journey going from Frankfurt to Frankfurt via Frankfurt. That makes sense, doesn't it? Probably does somewhere. Wait until 6:27. Good thing I started early then, wasn't it? We could probably put some lights on, but who knows? Headlights. High beam. Yeah, that looks fine. Right, lock doors. That's what we'll do then. Okay, doors have locked. We've got a red. So we're not going anywhere really, are we? That's useful. Well, we'll just wait here then. For the, I'm guessing, some sort of train coming towards us, coming from behind us, something coming from somewhere. Good start there, Stevie. We definitely thought about this one, didn't we, and pre-planned it and everything. This might now be a slightly longer video than I planned, because of the red. Oh no, hang on, it's gone yellow. Oh god, I've confused myself now. We're moving. There's movement. Okay, out there we go. So we've got just under a mile to go to Frankfurt Niederrad, which I'm probably pronouncing extremely wrong, but, you know, it's me. What do you expect? And then we go down to Frankfurt. Go. Oh, okay, I thought I was going to go there to the right. Okay, we'll go around here to the left instead then. That makes more sense because that's the way we're going. Around there to the, you know, to the left. I'm good at this, aren't I? No. No, no, no. It just goes to show, really, I suppose, how big Frankfurt is when we go to Frankfurt via Frankfurt. So from Frankfurt to Frankfurt via Frankfurt. Right, 800 yards to our first stop at Frankfurt. Our last stop was Frankfurt. Our next stop is Frankfurt. Oh, that's not going to stop then, is it? All of the brakes. Actually, you know what? That's pretty good. And if I say so myself. We'll unlock those. That's the thing. Unlock those. And the next station stop is going to be Frankfurt. Wait until 6:31. Okay, fine then. We'll do that. We shall wait another minute. I do like the S-Bahn route. Streamed it a couple of times, I think, so far. I think it's one that I probably will come back to from time to time. I do like a regional route. A bit of commutery stuff in there. A few stations that are a bit further out and a bit further apart. Always quite nice. And I'm really liking the mixture of stuff that we're getting now in Train Sim World. You know, we got long, high-speed stuff. Not a huge fan of that. We got little tiny commutery things. And then we got this intermediate bit where you've got a bit of distance between some of the stations and some of them are close together. That's the sweet spot for me. That's the, you know, give me sort of 4 or 5 miles between each station. I'm quite happy. That's the bit that I like. Right, we are ready to close the doors. Doors are closed. 2 miles to Frankfurt, Main. We shall watch ourselves depart. And forever the professional that I am, we'll get a thumbnail. Never used to be a fan of electric trains. When I first started doing train sims and stuff, it would only be diesels that I would drive, and only diesels that I could see out the front of. I'm not a fan of like 158s, etc., the UK stuff, where you're looking at a little porthole. I think from my point of view and from a streaming point of view, oh, that's speeding, it is much nicer when you've got a big panoramic view. I get that on trains where you've got to be able to have that capability to be able to link some together, you need that walkthrough bit in between. So that does restrict the view. But I do prefer things like this where you've got a nice large area that you can look out. Much more pleasant in experience. Alright, 1.7 miles to go to make our way round to Frankfurt. Does look nice. Frankfurt and the game. Sim thing, train thing, you know, this thing. That's many tracks down there. I should imagine in reality quite a busy station. There we got a 25 limit approaching, so we'll hold the speed. We'll just coast our way in as we've got a bit of an incline going down. Actually might have to apply a bit of breakage. Would expect for it to be a bit busier than this coming in, which is sometimes the failing of some of these routes. I like the route, but because you're not getting other trains going other places in the route, sometimes they can feel a bit lacking. What I'd like to have seen in more routes within Train Sim World is maybe to, you know, have a few routes focusing on one hub. A bit like we've just had recently with Manchester Piccadilly, and we got Glossop and Manchester Commuter coming out of Manchester Piccadilly. So, you know, I know people want to see variety, but at least come back to the same hub and go, right, we've got that, now we're doing this route coming out of there. So like this, for example, you know, you could do services coming out of there, or surely if they've got Deutsche Bahn licensing, that they could put in those other services. And I know we've got restrictions with consoles and layering, etc., but sometimes some of the main stations do feel a little bit lacking. It is as though, you know, you think that it should be busier. But hey, who knows what's going to happen in the future? And what we're going to get from the next iterations of this. I'm certainly looking forward to it. And stop. There we go. Unlocking the doors at Frankfurt. I think that might be my screenshot moment. No one's watched to the end anyway, you won't know. There we go. Unlocking the doors. As everyone gets off at Frankfurt. Done. There we go. Quick little trip then from Frankfurt to Frankfurt in the Frankfurt S-Bahn. I said Frankfurt far too many times then and just said it again. There we go. Check out the links in the description below to where you can get the route. That's Frankfurt for Train Sim World. Do check out the links down there to the Twitch page where you can watch me live on Twitch every Tuesday doing trains and other days of the week doing other things. And the link down there to the Discord server as well. Until the next time, if you have been, thanks very much for watching.